My name is Mary Power. I was born in Branch, April the 4th, 1924. I like to be around like Branch. Branch is the best place of all. I grew up in Branch for the most of my life. Time passed so fast. Now to look back at it, you say it was no time. So all I have now is pictures and photos and just memories. But that's how life is about, sure. I tell stories a long time ago. I tell them to the family growing up, you know, when you're small. They'd all come in and say, Mammy, tell a story. I have one story now, and it's a nice story. You want me to tell it?
I'd like to welcome you to the Caves of Mary's performance series. And tonight we have a very, very special guest, a very dear and true friend of mine, Miss Mary Power.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Caves St. Mary's. What would you like to hear? What kind of a story? What kind?
Fairies.
A fairy? You want a fairy?
Fairies.
Fairy stories.
What do the fairies look like?
They're little short men in green. There's green, but he has on a red cap on him, and he goes around in circles, and he plays tunes sometimes, and they'll sing or ring, but yeah, if you ever see a fairy, you have to let on you didn't see him at all. Just go on and walk away. One man, Dick English, that was the man. He had a little shack, a little small house. He stayed there by himself. Now I don't know where he came from. Was he from Ireland first? I don't exactly know. But anyway, he used to work all day, and in the night he'd relax. He used to play tunes, you know, have a whistle and take it up and play it, pass away the time. And this night, he was playing his whistle. So after a while, he put his whistle up over his door. So after a long while in the night, he went to sleep. And as he happened to wake up, he heard somebody at the door. So the door opened, and he didn't speak. He didn't let on he was awake at all. He just listened. And they came in, the little fairies, and they got up and got the whistle. And they sat down, and they played it. And the tune that they played, he never heard it before. He didn't know what it was, but he never heard it before. But anyway, they played the tune. And when they played the tune and looked all around, they got up on the door, they laid back the whistle and closed the door, and they walked out. And Mr. Dickens said it wasn't a dream. He said it was really somber, it wasn't a dream. So he got up then about a couple of evenings after, and he went playing it. And by God, he played the tune that the fairies played. Right after he had no trouble at all, and he learned the tune. And so that same tune, nobody ever heard that. Even in Ireland, they never had that tune. Yes, there were. A long time ago, there was fairies in it. But people don't believe in fairies now. But a long time ago, there was fairies. I tell stories to the family growing up, you know, when you're small. I enjoyed it all. And there's always something to do. They'd all come in and say, Mammy, tell a story. I used to love that. At 6 o'clock, get up in the morning, get your breakfast, boil the kettle, and go down to the stable and feed all your animals. Feed your hens, chickens and all, and get everything done. And I get some chickens, my own chickens and hens. But it's better go one time we used to have sheep and we used to have cattle. I love big lot of sheep and cows and everything. 4 or 5 had a cattle one time. Over the burn, over the stick, watch this, wait now. Trust him. Here, Jenica. Here, the chicken. Now. Now, keep your hand out of it. Now, look, isn't that nice? Huh? See the cat? Look. He's waiting for the chicken, look. Oh, yeah. Poor chicken. It was in the season of Lent, and people go to the church, you know, go around the stations at the cross. I was going into the church. I met a man coming out. And he said to me, he said, Mary will have a great time, he said, praying at the church. He said, there's nobody in there. And I said, oh, yes, sir. I said, I suppose some of them old fellas died 100 years ago, so I was in there. And there was a big laugh out and went down, went into the church. Not a sound in the church. And when I got to the 13th station, the prayer beads took to ring. My God, I knew there was no one in the church, but I heard the sound of prayer beads so loud. I just said, all the hairs had risen right down to my back. I was feeling right cold shivering over me. And I said, my God, I said, I'm going to get out of the church and I'm going to stay in here. So I went out, and I stayed, I watched, you know, see who has to go into the church. And there's a man by the name of Mr. Peter Willinash, he went in there. And he said there was nobody in the church, no one in the church, he said, nobody at all. But I tell you, I think twice before I go to church by myself. I never forgot it. Never forgot them beads, the ringing of them. Never forgot it. I'll never get in the church by myself after. So that was that. So I went down today to look at the seashore. This reminded me of a poem which I say a long time ago. Roll on, your noisy waves roll higher up the strand. God laid along, the shores abound, the waters and the land. That's it. You say there were the iron men and wooden ships that would go out. They'd go about 2 o'clock in the night to get up fishing. And maybe they'd be out all day and maybe they wouldn't get either fish. But then they keep on trying and they go out and fish all day and they have a little kettle for putting their bread in, see, because they had no roof over their boat so their bread would get wet. So they have a boat's kettle, used to call it. When they get out then, perhaps they'd all have what you call a mug up. We used to call it a lunch, but they call a mug up. We'll all sit down and have a mug up. Just have it all. No, the women didn't fish. But when they came in with the fish, the women helped to split the fish, and salt it, and cut it, and head it. This is when my father had a dock, and he used to land here with the dory. They had a splitting table. That's where you used to do away with the fish. And you salt the fish. And you leave that there then for about 2 weeks in salt. Then you'd have to take that out then and bring it in a vase and wash the fish out. And you used to call it a water horse when they'd wash it out. And then they'd leave it in a pile. Now, when the sun is shining, they go out and they spread all that fish, you know, and they keep spreading that and turn it over and make it until it gets made, until it's ready for sale.
Who took care of the children in the community?
They take their children down in the barra tubs. They put their children down with them. And the children have to stay in a vase, because they don't mind the children, sir. See, a vase is a thing like that, a square box that they used to have for washing fish in. And they even took their knitting with them. Now they have to have the silk blankets and the grand strollers, and they have to have, oh my. There's some difference today. My husband's name was Anthony Power.
And where did you meet him?
I met him at a dance up in Branch Hall. That's how I met him. And
did he ask you to dance?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dance and take down to the table.
Was it love at first sight?
I don't know, I suppose. Yes. I was married September the 23rd, 1951. We had a nice wedding, and we're married over in St. Bride's. And there's a woman came over us in the car, and she played accordion all the way over, and had a nice time. We had a nice time, with a nice life together. He's a great storyteller. He could tell all kinds of stories, and he could dance, and he could sing. And he used to have a great time. Always, when Christmas was time to come, always the crowds come in the house to be full. And he could talk, he could tell stories, even to little small children. He'd talk away to them just the same as they were adults. We were so happy alive. He never said a word no time to me, only always carrying on and pleasant all the time. He was really, really a good man. And I missed him a lot after he died. He died with a massive heart attack. He's never sick in his life. And this night he came home and he said he thought he had the flu or something, whatever way he felt. And I said, sure, we'll go to the hospital in the morning, if you're going to get in. No, he said, sure, so I'll go over to St. Bride's, I'll go over to the nurse. No, I said, you better go to the hospital. And he was getting things ready. So in the morning he said, go to the hospital. Now, I just thought he had a flu, but I said, we'll go in to see, what he had. And I brought him down his stuff, his pipe and matches and cigarettes, whatever he wanted, for going to the hospital. He said he wanted, and he had all ready. And the last words he said to me, he said, Mary, I don't know what I'd do only for you. I had 7 children. There was 2 sets of twins. But the first set, Jerry and Caroline, they were the first children, twins. And the other ones, they were born before time, so they didn't live. So I have only 5 children out of 2 days. The names of my children are Jerry Power, Caroline Liver, Henry Power, Tony Power, and Eugene Power. There's 3 of them married here, and there's 2 more. There's me, Henry and Eugene.
Come on, girl, come on, Hope, come on. Come on, girl, come on. Whoa, now. I'm Henry Power, I'm Mary Power's son, and I have 2 Clydesdales in the winter time. We have them had enough wood and all that. And then we have them, like I said, if you want to go for a ride, and you give them a ride then besides if they want to go anywhere.
And there was lots of things we used to go at. Christmas would be a really good time. Everyone would be going from house to house that time, and they'd all go into houses, and they'd all sing songs, tell stories, and dance, and play the accordion, and play the whistle. They knew all kinds of old songs that happened a long, long time ago, they knew. They really had it good. The Cod Liver Oil song, I don't know if you ever hear it. Dear Dr. John, your cod liver oil is so pure and so strong. I'm afraid of my life. My wife, she'll go down the soil if she don't stop from drinking your cod liver oil.
Okay, I'm Pat Dowie from Fort McMurray, just home for a holiday. My father, Clem, and Henry.
You're right, me and Mary.
Mary, yeah.
Mary's all right.
The summer sun shine bright that day as I stood there on the strand. My father holding back a tear while mother held my hand, saying, son, you know I wish you well, though I'll never understand. Why you must roam and leave your home on the shores of Newfoundland. Well, my mother's words I scarcely heard, for I was too blind to see. So full of self-importance, no fishing boat for me. I bent and gently kissed my mom and shook my father's hand. As mother cried, I bid goodbye to the shores of Newfoundland. We got to cut that one. We got to cut her and Brenner again.
Love is about the best thing in life, and happiness and peace and music. It's the best. I always enjoy it. That's what I always have. And when you have that, you have everything. In the 30s, honey, in the 30s was some bad. In Newfoundland. You don't remember, I do. In the 30s, now I'll tell you right in and out. In the 30s, you lived on what you used to call the dole, or the relief they call it, not for a good word, but you call it the dole, or the weck, you'd hear someone saying. But I tell you, in the 30s, if you ran relief, you got 6 cents a day. And I don't forget it. You didn't get the money. What you got was an order paper. And what was on that the side you had to get, there was flour, tea, sugar, butter, prunes, molasses, and kerosene oil. And that's the way it was in the 30s. And 5 cents, you wouldn't see 5 cents. You wouldn't see 5 cents. And that's how we lived in the 30s.